My sewing room is a sewing room 95% of the time, but there are times when I have to make room for guests. So I designed and built a cutting table that can be taken down to allow access to the twin bed underneath. I went to the local home improvement store for materials. A hollow core door, 36 inches by 80 inches. 4 Sawhorse brackets. 8 2x4s cut to 36 inches. 2 1x6s cut to 48 inches. 8 1x6s, about 6 inches. Tools needed were a drill, wood screws, paint, and 4 large washers. There are many types of Sawhorse brackets available. I chose this type because they're held together with a single bolt and easy to take apart. I ordered them from Amazon. Basically, this is your typical Sawhorse table, and you can Google detailed instructions. I'll highlight the features that turn a typical Sawhorse table into a custom cutting table. The first step, before any assembly took place, was to paint the individual pieces. I didn't paint the 1x6s entirely because only the ends will show. I assembled the Sawhorses using the 2x4s to form the legs and the 1x6s to form the beams. I drilled a hole 3 inches from each end of the 1x6s, large enough to accommodate the bolt of the Sawhorse bracket, and assembled the Sawhorse according to the directions. The large washer was used to prevent the bolt from working its way into the wood. I measured 12 inches from the end of the door to determine where the Sawhorses would be positioned. The blocks made from the 1x6s were screwed to the bottom of the tabletop with the wood screws. The space between the blocks is wide enough to accommodate the 1x6 beams of the Sawhorse. These blocks prevent the tabletop from shifting during use. When both Sawhorses were assembled, I positioned them over the bed. Then I placed the tabletop on the Sawhorses. It can be a little awkward, but one person can do it. I bought a cutting board large enough to cover most of the table. My Alpha cutting board came in 3 separate pieces that are clamped together. I use a clamp-on lamp to light the area, and there's room enough to store frequently used supplies. When the sewing room needs to be a guest room, it's easy to take the table apart. I lift off the tabletop, disassemble the legs by unscrewing the brackets, and store the parts in a closet. My challenge was to have my dedicated sewing room without sacrificing a guest room. I met the challenge by tweaking the quintessential Sawhorse table so it met my specific need.